Hello, I'm Nora, and in this video we are going to make potato kibbeh or potato patties filled with delicious ground beef with lots of seasoning. So let's get started and I will show you the steps. To start with, you can bake the potatoes, boil them, or what I'm doing is to steam them, and steaming the potatoes for only 10 minutes. It will give you excellent result. The potato will taste so good, it will keep all the flavor inside. And just add 1 cup of water into one of these instant pots for 10 minutes on steam and you are done. And the potato will taste so delicious and so good. And you can tell that potatoes are done by poking it with either a fork or knife. And after that, just rinse them with cold water and dry. Then peel. Set them aside. Let's start preparing some of the other ingredients. We need 1 onion, 1 parsley. Chop your onion and the parsley and set them aside. Now it's time to mash the potato, and here you can use the potato masher, or you can use the potato ricer if you have one, and I will show you how easy to use that. And if you don't have that, you can use the meat grinder if you have a meat grinder. If you don't have all those three, just use fork, mash it with your hands, but do not use a food processor to mash the potatoes. I will continue with the meat grinder because I'm going to grind the meat after that. And for this recipe, I'm using 2 pounds of ground beef. You can use 7%. We also need rice flour if you are going with the gluten-free. It's very easy to make rice flour. Just put it in the processor and there you have it, ready. It's a rice flour, or you can just buy it from the store. Now the potatoes are ready to season, and here I'm adding 2 teaspoons of salt. Salt is always optional. And 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 3 teaspoons turmeric, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 egg, and 1 cup of the rice flour. If you're not concerned about the gluten-free, you can use 1 cup of breadcrumbs instead of the rice flour. Mix everything together very well until you have a nice and smooth dough. Now the dough is ready. I will just transfer it into a smaller bowl, cover it and refrigerate it for about ½ hour until we get the ground beef cooked and ready to use. And here into the hot pan, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Sauteing the onion first. Once the onions are ready, add the ground beef. To season the ground beef, I'm adding 2 teaspoons of salt. This is optional. 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon chili powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 2 teaspoon cumin, and 2 teaspoon 7 spices. And I usually add the spices almost at the end to keep the flavors. Once the ground beef is fully cooked, turn off the heat, add the parsley, combine everything very well together, remove from the heat completely. If you can transfer it to another plate, that will help the ground beef to cool off faster. Now that we have everything ready, just add a little bit of oil in a small bowl. Get a small portion of the dough and try to make small balls, I would say size of a golf ball. Try to make them even size if you can. Dip your hand into the oil to prevent from sticking to your hand. Roll each ball to make a firm shape, and now start to make like a cup as much as you can by using your thumb, and try to make a hole and go around it. As you see, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's okay. Fill up the dough about, I would say, 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoon. Don't overdo it. And then gather the surrounding whatever left from the dough. Try to close it and then make the shape as you see. And here is a close-up. I will repeat again. Just make a bowl and use your thumb and go around it, pressuring with the other fingers on the wall. It's like you're playing with a Play-Doh. It's fun. Just try to keep the edges clean so they can stick together. Don't worry, once you get used to it, you will start doing it as fast as I do. Here is another way. If that one was hard, just make the bowl, flatten it into your palm, as you see. Close your hand a little bit and make a bowl again. Add the filling. And same thing, just bring the edges together. As you see, after you flatten it, just close your hand. Try to close your hand. And you are going to apply a little bit pressure and twist, pressure and twist until you get to the perfect shape. So far you did everything right, but the shaping was not too good and you were not satisfied. Don't worry, I got you. All what you need to do, grab a can, wrap it with a plastic wrap, get the potatoes ready with the filling, add it on top, press it gently with the plastic wrap on both sides till you have the perfect shape. Wasn't that fun and easy? And perfect shape. I will just repeat for one more time. Everything ready? Time to fry, and make sure you fry it into a really hot oil to start with. Then you can lower the heat just a little bit, and it's a good idea if you have one of these cast iron. That way you keep the oil into the same temperature. Do not turn until you see the edges are nicely golden. And I'm sure some of you will ask me, can I bake it? And my answer is yes, of course you can bake it. All what you need to do is just brush the face with a little bit of olive oil and put them in the oven. And for sure they will taste as good as the frying one as well. Just small advice, do not overload the pan. And that's the color we're looking for, a really nice dark gold color. Can you guys hear that? How crunchy and crispy, it's so delicious. Okay, let's cut this. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Stay healthy, stay happy.